Oh, Wadu.
Wadu. A moth can be a totem animal. The moth is a night butterfly, so to speak, and the moth means transformation. Like you go into a dark place to transform. Um, that's the symbolism of the moth. You got different kinds too, and some of the motherfuckers the sweet as hell. Some of the prettiest patterns you ever want to see. I tried to let the sister in. Where'd she go? Okay. Go to the next one. If first you don't succeed, try and try again. Black cats come from the house of bass. The domestic house cat is a miniature totem animal to Bast. Then you have the tiger. That's a different goddess. She's represented from India. I can't remember who she is, but she's represented as a woman with stripes like a tiger. And then you have your Siamese cats, and that's the totem animal for it's another sister in Egypt that uses the cat. It's a Siamese cat. And then you have those that look like miniature lions, and those are under the house of Sekhmet. The orange tabbies and shit. There's some real cheese up in this mother.
What's going on?
Peace, God.
Peace, love.
Like them
So
dreads, boy, you look like you straight off the motherfucking Mayan motherfucking hieroglyphics.
yeah, man, for real.
They can't tell me we came on some goddamn ships. Nigga, they got paintings of you. I can show
real.
motherfucker a painting of you, hairdo
Yes,
and
sir.
all.
I've been here.
Over here.
I just came back. You know what I'm saying? I'm here again. But
Yeah.
this is for the power animals, though. Everybody, and dude was asking about the power animals.
Yeah. So
This has
those
the
are the
whole
top
chart.
animals in each area. Yeah.
Yep. So, one dude was just asking about the fox. The fox is for cleverness, cunning, discretion in all things, dream work, and shamanic work.
Mm-hmm.
And for the dude that was just on live with you talking about the eagle, it's the sacred messenger, visions from the spirit, ability to heal spiritually, and ability to see beyond the horizon, courage and strength. Yep. So they got some shit in this. I recommend this book right here. It actually comes with the poster. It's called Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Yep. Your
I might have
personal
that
guide.
book.
But another thing I really wanted to talk about is referring to what's in this book right here.
The Maya?
Yeah. So, we talk about the zodiac signs and all of the the charts and how everything works, but our calendars is actually wrong.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Right.
Because they didn't look. they tried to scramble the calendar so that we wouldn't know the times.
Right.
So we was gonna always be making the wrong moves to try to get free.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's why we would always refer back to, well, what's the calendar they on in India? What they calendar year? What's the calendar year of Egypt? What's the calendar year of Greece? What's the calendar year in Rome? So when we started doing that, they started, these goddamn niggas need all these calendars for. Because we need to be able to get close enough to the accuracy without telling you what we doing, you dumb motherfuckers. That's why. We see y'all switching the dates, Julian calendars and Gregorian calendars, named after Pope Julius and Pope Gregory. Who in the fuck is they to even institute a calendar? Them motherfuckers ain't got no motherfucking imperial rights on earth. Where the fuck they come from? Cross-dressing ass drag queens.
365 days in a year.
Yeah, where they come from on cross-dressing drag queens?
A complete circle is 360. Mm-hmm. That's anybody that know that is common sense. So, so you do the math. It's supposed to be 20 days in a month, 5 days in a week, 18 months in a whole year, which gives you 360 days. So we missing some months. This is why we got 2 zodiac signs in 1 month. You see, like, you'll transition from the Libra to the, Scorpio or whatever.
Yeah, Libra turn to Scorpio in October.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the whole trick was, if you can't line up the calendar, you can't get the zodiac right. If you can't get the zodiac right, as above, so below, you're going to always be off a step.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So when we was just talking about doing, like, the Oshun and all of this, trying to close the conjurings and stuff, it's very important to, make sure that you have that right, that right date. But it's so confused and so, mixed in. It's hard. It's hard to do this shit, man. I've been trying to put this together and do the math on it and trying to add it up. But
look,
I have to go back.
You got women in your household?
Yeah.
I don't know if they willing to let you, but you can monitor the calendar more accurately by monitoring their natural cycles. As long as they're not irregular. Their natural cycles is going to be in alignment with the moon.
See, I got to look into that.
Right. So you know how many cycles she's supposed to have in a year. If she's having one every 28 days, and it lasts for between 3 to 5 days. That's why the days and the months are variables.
Damn.
Some February got 28 days, but some months got 30, some got 31, and every 4 years, February got 29 days, a leap year. They frog jumping us in time, and we can't see it because the leap year fiasco. Because they don't know how to keep time with time without losing time, so they use something to make up the time they lost.
Right, that's why they
But you can't undo what's already been done.
So you can't do what's already been done?
You can't undo what's already been done.
What you mean by that? Elaborate a little more for me.
You can't unspill the spilled milk. You can only clean it up. It's already been spilled. Now you can just clean it up.
Written in stone.
You can't unspill it. Once it's been done, you can't unbreak that motherfucking jar when you drop it on the concrete. It's already broke, but you can clean it up.
That part. Yeah, I just wanted to, share that information, and I appreciate the time and the information for you.
For sure.
Yep.
Stay on it, young fella. You on it.
All right.
Peace, God.
Peace.
Yo.
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Why you over there in the dark?
I'm in the car, man.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to scare me or something.
No. Hey, man, I didn't think you was going.
Well, you on here now. Ain't what you thought. You asked and he is.
Hey, man. So basically, my question is, so when I meditate, I be meditating and stuff, right? And like when my basically your third eye, like I can feel it like vibrating and pulsing like throughout the day, like randomly. And
Yeah.
I was trying to see if you experienced it.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want I just want to know more about it because it's like it be happening, but I can't really tell people about it because it's like everybody probably not going through the same thing.
Well, wait till your crown start tingling and then the side of your head start.
You said what?
When its top crown starts going off and then your interior gyrus right here start going off.
Yeah, I be hearing that. I be feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when the messages start coming in and you be like, who the fuck talking to me? Ain't nobody in the room but me, motherfucker. Where you at?
Yeah. I be doing like breath exercises and stuff like that. And yeah, I just feel the stuff. Basically, I feel the stuff waking up. I feel the DNA waking up. Basically.
Yeah. But your chakra's gonna open first. Then it's gonna be your DNA. Well, now the right rays is coming in from the sun to upgrade the DNA. So the upgrade gonna be monumental. So I'm just waiting to see what the fuck happens.
I'm in the same boat, but I know for a fact I feel it happening inside. So yeah, that's why it's just good to talk to someone who know exactly what I'm talking about. Cause yeah,
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 that's
that's really all I really had to ask, man. And thank you for everything that you do. Cause man, you can go crazy, knowing stuff, and it's like most of the people just have no clue. Like have no clue what you're talking about. But a lot of more people is waking up, and I'm starting to hear a lot of different conversations now that's is not how it was 10 years ago. Like people is hip and they on to what's going on. You feel me?
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
So we're just getting the word out. So,
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
for sure, for sure.
All right, love.
All right, peace, God.
Came in early. I come in good this time. Remember me from the last time?
Yeah, peace, God.
Yeah, peace, God. I just said I'm gonna reach out to you.
Yeah,
My brother, he listened to you as well. I'll let you see him. Because before I started talking, I'm gonna let you see my brother. Gino, look around. He is here. You're on live with me right now this time. Yo, what's up, man?
what's
Listen,
going on,
we
God?
love you and respect you, bro.
Yes,
You're
sir.
doing the right thing, man. Hey, listen, this is Trinidad, man, and we going through it as well. But we
Yeah,
living. We understand what you're trying to put the knowledge onto us. We want everybody to understand that. So you just keep doing what you're doing, man.
yeah.
Strength and
Y'all
love.
got some stuff coming. As soon as Haiti get done with
Yeah, they got some bullshit going on down
Listen,
here, man. He talking. All right, I'm going back to talk to you because I see everybody who had on my brethren tell him. Right?
Big
Yeah,
respect,
man.
bro.
Respect to you, man.
Every time, man.
Yo, listen, man. Listen. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I understand what you're saying, but you listen. It's about that time. We need to get it going. You know what I'm saying? We support that. We support that.
yeah.
All right, let me go back and talk to Roddy. So say good night to.
Oh, what's this in?
That's how we talking to that, man. They say, where's he seen?
Hello.
He's right here. He's just giving it up. All right, let's show my people who are around and shit. My elders and lefties. Say good night. Good night, brother.
Good night, brother.
Good night.
All right.
Bless you now.
Right. So I'm coming to talk to you now because I want to ask you some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, November 10th soon coming, and I wanted to say how I realized something recently. So I was thinking, I was like, Dr. Phil Valentine, C. Freeman L., Taj Tariq Bey, Dr. Sebi, all the elders who spoke, Dick Gregory, all of them who spoke, they spoke in a intricate manner that made you provoke your thought, right? But now, the way you come now, and this time here now, is like as if the shift just been made from those elders to you and other men like you. Billy Carson, maybe, even though he talked his own talk, Palestine tonight, they spoke about you on their show. I was like, that's why they had the show with all them together, because this is a new elder who stepped into a certain level of thought process where it's like, you got to take this space, because Phil Valentine, I love him, but he's no longer that oomph, that punch, that, you know what I mean? That you
Yeah.
coming with right now.
Yeah,
What you reach right now, what you coming to is like, yo, you coming with the punch. You looking to knock niggas out on some gang brain banging.
yeah.
You looking to brain banging, but on a higher level, no. You advance on them motherfuckers. You let these motherfuckers know. I don't care about none of your petty lower guards. Because Inky and Enlil, well, Enlil, as you said, Enlil got locked up, right? Enlil, he in custody. And now, this thought came to me, right? I'm like, yo, the reason why he said Inky and Billy Carson would speak about Inky and Enlil, explaining to people that this world is fucked up from Enlil doing his shit and playing around with our shit. And so it's fucked up because of him, but he ain't telling you that Enlil get locked up. Because you know what I realized though? You said something the other night. You said, now, when you're listening to your mind, they're going to have voices in there that ain't yours. Listen carefully to your fucking voice in your head. And I think that fly over people's head because they understand what you're saying. Because when you hear yourself in your mind, we don't already establish the fact that thoughts come to us. Shit keep coming to us. So we got to listen to our own head, our minds, to hear if that's our voice or not. When I'm like, yo, you the first person that kind of talk to me. And I started to do it now more regularly because you got to practice that shit. You got to sit down in a room as dark as fuck and stay in your own mind, take up your TV, take up your laptop, take up your phone, and think to yourself now, what the fuck is going on in my head? Because your head gonna keep going. The monkey mind gonna keep bouncing around.
And then
but the mere fact
when you hear the other voices, it tune you into them. So some of the voices will tell you to do some shit that ain't you.
Right.
If you don't know yourself, you would do that shit. But
that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I said, listen, you got to know yourself enough to know somebody putting a thought there that ain't yours.
Right. And by you saying that though, it make me realize that that's why you was able to pick up on that information from the Galactic Council, separate to Billy Carson or Phil Valentine, because they ain't never said nothing like that. It might be simple shit you say, that's some serious shit, you know.
Yeah. So look,
they ain't never tell you, listen to your mind.
I get the articles.
And you got the articles too.
I posted them on my Instagram.
That Enlil got locked up in the Galactic Council, that article?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't even see that when I was looking for it.
Yeah, it got the aliens, it's two parts. The aliens facing opposite directions.
So that gives you that's a knockback.
Yeah, and then I got the article where the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers is trying to surrender to the
right, I saw that one too. Yeah, I saw that one too. I saw that one, right.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing I want to say though is, now this Larry Hoover, free Larry Hoover, so I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we know about tribalism, we got different tribes down here too. We know about we connected because it's the Americas. Back to the motherland, and that's back to the mainland. Big Mama just send things down here, we collect it, we give it, send back stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the free Larry Hoover thing now, for a while, it was taking me trying to figure out his relevance separate from what you've been saying, because now I believe everything you say, right? I work with what you say because it resonates with them myself. Now, I was trying to figure out something here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to something recently now where there's a brother. Now, he's a weird brother. His name is Whack 100. You know him. You probably heard of it, right?
Yeah, I know who Whack 100 is.
Right. So he's talking on a Hebrew channel about religion and God and shit. And they talking about prophets. And this man came out and said, well, if y'all talking about prophets, I know a prophet. Larry Hoover, a motherfucking prophet, because there's a secret footage of him speaking about in 1998 what's going to happen like right now. And it's exactly the same thing. That's what he's saying. I'm like, oh, shit. Now, it's crazy. I have to use Whack 100, a crazy guy, to verify what you've been saying about free Larry Hoover. But that's how the message comes across sometimes, though. You got to hear somebody who you don't respect say some shit that's truth. Would be like, yo, Larry Hoover said, what he said in 1998, the shit is happening right now, and that motherfucker is a prophet. So I'm saying, no, that's a chief. That's what Rahad been saying, he's a fucking chief. So in your mind, there's no doubt in your mind that he's coming out.
No, ain't no doubt in my mind.
Ain't no doubt in your mind he's coming out.
He in Raven Rock, Colorado, continuity of government with the rest of the chiefs receiving the transitional government. They part of the transitional team, right?
Right.
And soon as the transition is done in the background, that's when they come out into the forefront.
So no doubt in your mind, Larry Hoover coming out here and he gonna talk to the fucking people because he is a fucking prophet. I mean, he's a chief. He got to sport. He got to talk. He got to say something on the land.
Yeah.
Free Larry Hoover. I'm saying that from Trinidad and Tobago. Like, yo, Larry Hoover got to come out of fucking jail. Even when you were saying it from before, even the first time I first saw you, when you went viral on the Intergalactic Council, and you was talking about, man, they're gonna let down some thunderstorm, some lightning that's gonna be so loud that y'all motherfuckers, they're angry and shit, and they got to free Larry Hoover. That's the first time I saw you talking about that from that time. But I kept it in my mind because I'm like, yo, I'm in Trinidad, but the brother is making my mind reach a certain level where I understand what he's saying from all the way down here, because the Queen of England, that Elizabeth got to do what she did. Like I tell people, the mother of all harlots. She just died. So what the fuck we gonna blame anybody else? Who's the mother of all harlots now?
Well,
I don't know anybody else.
Well, the Queen Elizabeth's been dead, but they didn't announce
That's what I'm saying.
they can use it to send a signal. They couldn't announce she was dead till they had the Queen of the Black Nobility in custody.
Oh, okay.
So once they could, because she's a cat's paw. She's the face of the people.
She's the CEO. Yeah. Right.
So the lizard bitch been dead, but they was using this lookalike that they got from this acting place to play her in the public. But they couldn't announce it until the white hats get the queen of the Black Nobility in Switzerland. They had to get her in custody first.
Right.
So once they finally got, because she was the hive queen for the motherfuckers. So once they got her in custody, now they can tell y'all, ding dong, the bitch is dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
That's what we needed in Trinidad, because my country connected to that bitch. And that bitch causing us to be, well, it's still in Lil with that political system. That political system that we under is in Lil and them motherfuckers that keep doing this shit. That got us so crazy where we can't even fucking see each other as individuals, as human beings. If I ain't got on a chain, I can't get the same bitches as you. I can't do this. I can't. Like, we got to get over that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to get over that shit. But, you know, I've been talking a lot. I probably have some more questions, but I'm going to come on again later on next time. Okay. But like I said again, you've been fucking doing the work, putting in that work, and making me see your points and connecting the dots as you go along. As you say, don't side with information. Don't side with the person giving information. If you side with information, right? Yeah. Don't side with the person, side with what they're saying, and look for the fucking knockbacks. Yeah. And I like that you said that you believe and no doubt in your mind Larry Hoover coming out, and he got to come out because what he been doing is a realist. What he represent is a chief. He got to speak. So, because he gonna call these motherfuckers out, and when they come out, you know what's happening, man. You know I'm one of them gonna be outside, as I say, outside. Because I know you're gonna crack some of their fucking heads too if you get a chance. That's how I'm saying. Look, some very big men.
You know, all this old talking shit ain't for me. I'm about let's go do this shit.
Me too.
But
me too.
You know, they want me too. So I'm gonna teach the best I can teach.
Until Big Mama give you the okay to tell you, well, go outside now and play because you know I know you've been wanting to do this. So go ahead. Once she give you the okay, then you go outside. But for now, we just gonna hold it up, do what we gotta do. And I also like though how you kill that Moorish argument though. All that paperwork and suing the state and all that shit. Forget about all that. Something else coming for them.
Shit, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, all that shit is bogus. Like, I mean, I can show you some shit here, but it's public. But yeah, I'll be going through a lot with the police because of my place and whatever. But when I think about how you speak, I'm like, yo, just fucking, they gonna get their big judgment coming to them. They got it lined up. It's already fucking in their hand. It's right there. Just hold on a little bit longer and just wait because they're gonna get that fucking blow.
We didn't have police before the motherfuckers came, and we didn't have prisons before they came. Why we need that shit?
That's what I'm saying. And you know, something I wanted to ask you though. The other day you was talking to somebody, right? And you was explaining to them about the Sharif, but you didn't get a chance to because I think they stopped you from speaking. But you was explaining like what the Sharif gonna do if a child throw a rock and break somebody's glass. What's gonna happen then? Like I was waiting to hear that, like response because we still gonna need to have the Sharif, even though it's tribal shit and shit go, you know what I mean? Just to make sure everything still have that structure because, you know what I mean? But I want you here to explain the Sharif. How they gonna function? What they gonna do? They got jails with them? What they doing?
Look, we gonna be policing our own communities. We not
right.
Gonna be
so if somebody fuck up,
you're not gonna be allowed to be police in this area and you ain't from here.
Right.
Now they import police from all over the country to different places. and they don't understand the local culture, so they abuse their authority. Right? So they gonna have to either fall in line, and ain't gonna be no police, but we gonna have sheriffs. Right? And we might have marshals, but that shit gonna get phased out too. But we going from a criminal culture to a righteous culture. We need We need a transitional team in place for that, for the people to learn to go back to the old ways. Right? And Paige say still gonna need an army. We ain't no more that living off another motherfucker's earnings. You gonna have to earn your own shit.
You're right. You gonna have to, as you say, when Big Mama house have no food, we got to go and put food in our house.
Yeah, all of
everybody gonna get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we gotta get the food.
Many people.
There's 50 motherfuckers coming to the house every day. That's how Big Mama house stay. You gotta have food in there. We gotta go get this food and bring it back for Big Mama.
Yeah, that's why make sure the house got food. That's why she always lived on the farm, cause Uncle Joe was the butcher. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Bobby and Uncle Mike, they was the motherfuckers that barbecued and cooked.
That's right.
And the women was the ones that fed everybody and organized the plates around the table and said who was sitting where.
Right.
You know? And better not nobody sit in Big Mama's seat, in Big Papa's seat. Y'all already know better. Right.
And the next thing you said is what Big Mama always got somebody baby in the house. Somebody in the family baby always in Big Mama house. Right now, my 2 nephews in my mama house. Because it always got to have a baby in there. Big Mama always got a baby in her house all the time. Somebody got, they got to say Big Mama for 6 months. They got to be there for a month. They got to be for 2 months. Summer vacation. Big Mama always got a baby in her house, yo. She always got a baby in there. Or an 8-year-old or somebody 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. In the fuck, my nephews right now in the house with us because that's Big Mama house. They got to come home to Big Mama and stay with her for a little while until their mama, which is her daughter. You know what I mean? That's what Big Mama do. And they're taking care of them all the time.
Mm-hmm. But that also gives the parents a break from parenting, so they can have a chance to do the relationship maintenance on the one-on-one. But
that's what you're talking about right there. You see what you went there? You went right in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're home, because that's why it happened.
We forgot. So now we don't want our mamas keeping our kids and our aunties keeping our kids. They doing that so you can go do your relationship maintenance with your partner.
Yes, that's right. You're right. You the truth, man. You the truth, man. Because I'm telling you, that's why they're 2 twins and they eat the fucking house out of my mother. Anywhere I go, if I'm buying food, she like, make sure you bring her for some of them kids. Them kids home, make sure she don't play with that shit. That's some real shit.
She not gonna have them at her house hungry. That's why.
She not playing with that. If you're going to buy food, you gotta buy for them kids too. Like, you know, uncle, I gotta go and buy for them. But that's what Big Mama roll. Mm-hmm. It's the same love for us. That's why the prime source creator is Big Mama energy.
Yeah,
it's Big Mama. God is Big Mama. They don't want to hear that, but you told me that, and I know that's a fucking fact from since day one, because they got more attributes that's feminine to God than masculine.
I got a Facebook video called "Let's Examine the Structure of Creation" that explains all that. This video about to cut off in about 20 seconds. I'm about to be done for the night, but
all right,
I'll be back on here soon. And if I got it,
stay strong, stay strong, God. Stay strong, God.
For sure.
Stay
Appreciate
strong.
You, man. Much love to you down there.
Stay strong, God. Stay
Florida say yay is right.
You might put it on the building.
It was on the building, dog. You know the ticker at the top of the building? It was on the ticker at the top of the building, and it was saying yay is right.
Wow. Wow. Who would have ever thought? I mean, I don't know. I do kind of identify with, now I don't identify with him, but I see some of the I understand Ye. I'll put it like that. I understand his thought process. Just for being like a black sheep, thinking differently. Not, I wouldn't even call myself a black sheep, just thinking differently my whole life. So it's like, I don't want to call him the Messiah, but he's really like leading the rush, almost, in a sense.
And Ye, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, motherfucker.
Right. So does that piggyback on the whole Trump thing, the Trumpets, the final Trumpets? singing off Trump, Pence. You know what I'm saying? That was one little connection I had made a while back. Like Trump and Pence was like the final ring, and to let us know that this was the end of their little reign. And then so you connecting that to that, and then Ye being connected to Trump as tightly as he was, it's just like putting the pieces of the puzzle together for me. It's just crazy.
So for the women that want to do rituals, they should be calling back the sweet waters of Oshun. That's the love energy. In order for the love energy to come back, all that dirty dirt shit got to get cleaned up. The last major conjure to close is the Haitian conjure, and it's in the process.
Mm. Reacquaint yourselves with. Okay, let's see. Let's see what she's talking about.
That's what we were saying earlier about sinking back to the earth, walking barefooted, grounding. Yeah.
Okay. Where's where they mention how Europe came to find Americas for the Yay. What are some of its original uses using the plant cocaine is from? Okay, for the Yay. Oh, Yayo. Okay. What are some of its original uses using the plant cocaine is from?
They used to use it for pain reliever. They used to use it. They used to make tea out of the leaves. They never used to use the concentrate. Cocaine is a concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it had an effect like caffeine, except stronger.
That's a good question, Reynolds. Throw that in the question box for me so I can pin it. But he said all the black nobility, the dirty moral. Actually, I just mentioned it.
100%.
100%. Okay. So is it for me? It feels like it's really time. Like even with Thug telling Ye, like I got 100 acres of land that you can use. So it is time for us to try that rebuild, almost like another Black Wall Street, or just are we getting back to nature with this one?
Listen, the Black Wall Street was everywhere. It wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma. We had communities that we set up after we left the Gullah Wars. When we was going back into the land, they had declared the land abandoned under the salvage rights so they can use squatters' rights to colonize. So when we was going back, we had everywhere we went, we generate the sweetest source of wealth on earth. Gold, if we wasn't on earth, gold wouldn't be here. Platinum wouldn't be here. As the side effects of very specific star seeds walking the earth. The side effect is the earth produces in its anatomy chemical signature identifying the strain of being on the earth.
Because yeah, I mean it makes sense because the earth is just a larger expression of us. So I mean we got all those chemicals and minerals in our body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's a good one. Can you expound on the matriarchal call and the shift back into a matriarchal societal structure in the higher timeline?
So the call of the matriarch is spiritual. If you see now, there's the women that's finding where they comfortable. They move in locations to going back to places they used to live in past lives where when the energy shifts, they automatically know where they need to be. And they start making arrangements to be in that location. They answering the call. All of the mothers is telepathically linked, but they don't know it yet.
But let me see. And when do you feel like they'll know it? What will it take? Is just an awakening? Is it ritual or is it
it's a subtle becoming aware.
Okay.
Right? The only reason I figured this stuff out is watching patterns. As I watch the patterns, I can't help but notice it. They took it on themselves to write these contracts and laws. That's why they use $5 Indians to sign the contract, because we wasn't signing that shit. They brought them over here to specifically say they Indians and declare them chiefs by presidential order so they can sign a treaty. We ain't signing no treaties with them motherfuckers.
It's funny, like looking back on. I was just watching. If you haven't checked out, it's UB News TV. He does great work and research and talks about the lodges. And the other day he did he talks about the Boule, but the other day he did one on Noble Drew Ali and just kind of breaking down his beginnings, where he really came from, and, his pilgrimages to Mecca, and how they basically coined him, or not coined him, but donned him a prophet. And then he came back over here and essentially convinced all these people, these natives that were here in America, that they were from Morocco, or had them playing like they were from Morocco when they would get in trouble. So it's very informative, like just seeing the other side of what you've read in books, just going a little deeper. But yeah, Noble Drew, I know I've heard you speak on him, and from what I understand, you've always spoke highly of him. But is there other side? Was there a sinister side or reason behind him starting what he started here in America with the Moorish?
What he started is not what you see.
Okay.
It changed.
Okay.
He had set the Moorish Science Temple up in the beginning to be able to send them grand sheiks to get our people out of their system, because they understood the relationship with the contracts that had nothing to do with us. But one of the clerks went behind his back and signed contracts with the same motherfuckers we was trying to get away from. And the reason you know this is because on the back of your nationality card, it say clear as day, the holder of this card is a U.S. citizen. How you gonna be a free Moorish national and a U.S. citizen? It's not possible. It's a blatant contradiction in your face.
Right. That's real. Okay, so here's a piggyback on that topic. Hey, Shane says, so should we be correct in status, declaring ourselves indigenous as Aboriginal, or just wait?
At this point, you can just wait it out. If you know who the fuck you is, you can just wait it out. Disassociate from the system so that motherfucker could go and finish collapsing.
Right. So would you recommend something as simple as like deregistering yourself? Like just killing the contracts that you have out there, even though their contract ended, a lot of people
You abandon the contract for fraud.
Just abandon it.
You abandon the contract because if you know there's a fraud there and you're still trying to meet the terms of the contract, you party to the fraud, which incriminates you in the court of law. If anybody ever called them on that fraud in the court of law, all of the people who willingly participated in the fraud, once they became aware that the fraud existed, is just as guilty as the ones that started the fraud.
Because if you still, yep. That's real. Good question, though. Yeah, I would say you need to tap in more, but we'll see what Rod got to say.
That's the essential symptoms he's describing. I can't see the whole thing.
It says, is there a meaning behind my body being restless, or more so of me not being able to sleep? It's been happening since a young age.
It could be nutritional deficiency, but if your spiritual self is vibrating too high, you won't be able to sleep. You use a cat nap.
So he's got to integrate that.
Right. So he had to train himself. Like what I did when I was locked up, every night before they lock us down, I drink a big ass cup of water before I go to bed. Right? Because the water hydrates the body and is soothing to the central nervous system. Right? And then I lay down and within no time I'm out. So then I begin to keep doing it till I train myself. When I ain't tired, when I need to get some sleep and I ain't tired, I can still go drink a big cup of water and go straight to sleep. I can do it now. That's how, instead of letting somebody else condition you, learn how to condition yourself.
That's real. And I know for me, if you just like, well, he said he can't get no sleep, but I know when I wake up in the middle of the night at a certain time, I normally just sit down and I'll try to sit down and meditate. That normally means I'm supposed to be getting a message, especially if it's in like the heat of the middle of the night. And then I'll be peeing all night.
But that's why I did it. Another reason why I done it too, because I needed to train myself to hold my pee all night.
Mm. Oh, dang. I ain't seen this. Probably because I never registered to vote. She said, why did Mellon notice it stating years we voted or not?
Look, all of those is adhesion contracts. You fill that shit out, you making an agreement with them to participate.
And the Electoral College really decide that. It's basically tacit agreement to follow whatever laws or whatever happens during that current regime. Going along with the get along.
Dreaming about Papa Leg, but he bringing you a message. You need to figure out what it is.
Okay, there we go. Was Enlil and Inky here before us, or we came from them?
The Earthborn was already people here when the Anunnaki came, right? And when they came, they integrated with the people that was already here and formed a hybrid, an Anunnaki human hybrid. That's what we are in modern times, right? And they interacted with us on several different occasions. These is what they call in the theory of evolution the missing links. But it's really not the theory of evolution, right? It's really the intervention in the genome by the alien beings, and they manipulated the genome to cause us to forget, to shorten our lifespan, and
Right.
to make us controllable to do their work as Lululemon, as primitive workers.
Mm.
And then some of the ones that was in the Anunnaki royal house that wasn't working in the mines didn't agree with that shit.
And that's when they created them other people. Okay, bad. And I'm gonna post a question, bro. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, here you go. It kind of went over this earlier a little bit.
Yeah, Jacob is Yakub. The last name Jacob's just supposed to be Hebrew. Jacob is the Hebrew name.
Mm-hmm.
It means supplanter, underminer. When they gave us these names, when they came over here, they was tagging our bloodlines. Some of them wasn't our names.
Mm. Okay, I'll save that one. Because the Yakub story is fascinating. But
I did a series on Young Elder Show showing y'all exactly what the Yakub story was.
Okay.
With references.
All right, I have to tap that in. You said with Young Elder?
Yeah, it's like a 3 or 4 part series.
Okay, but that's on his Instagram?
YouTube.
Okay. If your family said they're Cherokee, how do you really find out that you're from the land? Or if, I don't know where that question just went. It just disappeared on its own. Or if they're of the invaders. I think she might have dipped out. So it took her question. So I'll just put that back. I had a dream about him. Oh, okay. She said she had a dream about you. Can you explain what you're telling her or what they're telling me to tell him or tell me? Like, what's the communication? She had a dream about you.
You don't translate dreams like that. That's enough information. Aaron, you got to hear the dream circumstances, the surroundings. Then I got to know a bunch of questions go with that.
Yeah, colors, all of that. The black Masons. Maybe it don't matter, but I'll put it up there. Or
It
black masons?
depends. Okay, so all of the lodges have been infiltrated. So you have to judge them on by an individual that you know. You can't judge the whole lodge because you got good motherfuckers in the lodge and you got dirty motherfuckers in the lodge, and all of them been infiltrated and compromised.
Every single lodge. Kind of like the NOI back then with Malcolm X. It's a lot of dream questions. You must not have did a dream live in a minute.
The Liberia project took a lot of us over to Africa, to Liberia, and many of us ended up in Ghana. Most of us don't know that.
So
And
that was
a lot of us was under believing that slave narrative when the first back to Africa movement was called the Liberia movement, right? It was a lot of us that went to Ghana as well. Not just Ghana, the whole Gold Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and Western South Africa as well. That's part of